up, we have the What Now Primary Intermediate School Filmmakers Award.
Te tohu kaihanga kiriata o ngā kura. Why do I get all the hard te reo ones?
You're doing very well.
Thanks. Okay, so here to present this award, we have our fellow Sunday ambassador and star of one of tonight's winning films, Ruud Kleinpaste. Kia ora, Ruud.
Thank you.
Take it away.
Take the top one.
Should I take one?
Don't be greedy.
I could do two. Welcome along, everyone. Hey, lovely to be here. Isn't it good to see entomology represented in the winners? Gee, that made my heart go, eh? I mean, bees pollinate 1/3 of everything you eat. And without these honeybees, your breakfast is looking seriously boring, I'll tell you that. Even the meat you're going to eat are pollinated by bees. Nobody's pulling me up on that? No, I didn't think so. It's very simple. Cattle eat grass, which is actually fertilized by the clover in the paddock, and the clover is pollinated by, do I need to go on? Come on, 2 degrees of separation, you know what it's all about. Biodiversity is the biggest thing that we're losing on the planet. Even if now we would find the best new environmentally sustainable source of energy, if we would all drive electric vehicles, we would still wake up tomorrow to an incredibly depauperate biodiversity in decline. This is why I went on What Now many years ago to teach kids, talking about diet, to cook the garden snail and how to get rid of the rubbish in their guts by starving them on white bread for 5 days first until the black poopy plops, which by the way taste like black poopy plops, turn white. Then you know they're safe to put a pot of water on the boil. You cook them for about 4 minutes, you take them out with tongs, you go to your mother's cabinet and get those forceps, because you have to take the beasts out of the shell, that's called a forceps delivery, and then you cook them for another 4 minutes in garlic butter, not too hard, because if you go too long they start tasting like garlic flavored rubber bands. So once you've got that whole thing right, you can eat the garden snail, which is the second preferred species of escargot in La France, La Douce France. And the last thing I did on What Now, 25 years ago, is tell those kids that in 3 weeks' time it's going to be Father's Day. And wouldn't it be nice if you could surprise Dad with breakfast in bed? What Now is really, really pleased to be part of this whole gig, and they asked me to actually present the What Now Primary Intermediate School Filmmakers Award, because What Now actually encourages young filmmakers to come on the show and contribute content. Isn't that what it's about? And have you ever met an ex-environmentalist? Right. Now the award, the winner of the What Now Primary Intermediate School Filmmakers Award is No More Bleeding Cats by the Bad Cat Team. Whoa!
In No More Cats, students probe into the murky debate about cats and native bird life through interview and anecdotes from New Zealand history. And the judges described it as an energetic, genuine and amusing film that grabs your attention to tell its story.
Hello, my name is Phoenix and I love birds. I want to get rid of all the cats in New Zealand because they are killing our native bird. What? Well, I know you love your cats, but this country needs our birds. I normally give my cat a real hint if it gets birds, but most of the time it doesn't because it's so lazy. Some cats aren't lazy, only big fat ones are lazy. What?
Because there are a lot of cat lovers and bird lovers, so I wouldn't really be fearful of the bird lovers or cat lovers. And what I'm trying to say is, I love birds more than cats, but there are a lot of cats in the world.
Big bells, and if they came in any proximity to birds, that sends off a siren or something, and the birds fly away. Just an idea.
Cats are one of my favourite animals. and I don't think we should be getting rid of cats to save the bird life. There are other ways to do it. You get a bit, maybe we need to register cats, just like we do dogs, but it's part of life cycle and nature that certain animals kill other animals and eat them for their food. So I love cats. I have 3 of my own and no way am I getting rid of them.
What?
Cats shouldn't kill birds because it's good, because we wake up in the morning by their singing.
Let me tell you the story about the Stevens Island when a long time ago there was an island not so far away from Nelson. It was called Stevens Island. There was a lighthouse keeper named Mr. Lion. He bought a cat. The cat's name was Tibbles. Tibbles was pregnant. She gave birth to her kittens. As soon as they could stand up and walk, they went all over the island. Since the Stevens Island wind could fly very well, they were an easy target. There was somebody called Buller and Child. They bought the skins of the Stevens Island wind. Rothschild and Buller were in competition to get the most. They paid over $1,000 per bird. How sad is that? The cat brought the bird to the lighthouse keeper. The lighthouse keeper skinned it. Don't know what they did with the guts and stuff. Probably gave it to the cat. And then he will just sell it, and that's pretty sad.
This cat would hide behind a little brick fence, stone fence every day. Those birds. Yeah, and the birds would go past, and the cat would just be so fast that the birds wouldn't know what had happened. And then the next day, because birds have really short memories, well, of what happens in places. So the birds will come back down that same place, not even remembering there's a cat there. And that cat, I bet that cat got well fed, eh? Yeah. But I bet its owner was pretty happy for not having to feed it very often. Yeah.
Well, I would like to say a big thank you to the Outlook Sunday for creating this film competition, to anybody that supported and voted for me, and also Fighthead, which is over there in the audience. Thank you. And also, happy birthday, Hannah. Shout out.